Hello all, it's Tom here. This is the Samsung Odyssey S32CG55, or the 32-inch Odyssey G55C. Now this monitor costs about $294 as I was writing this, but let's just say it costs about $300 for simplicity's sake. Do I think this monitor is worth that much? Well, I don't see why not. I think the monitor's price is pretty reflective of its performance, and you can see monitors of similar performance at a similar price range. With all that being said though, what's actually in it? Now this is a curved gaming monitor from Samsung, and it is 32 inches in size. That size is paired with a reasonably high screen resolution of 2560 by 1440 or 1440p. That's good enough for 32 inches, and it is still sharp enough, but I would personally look for a higher screen resolution. But again, that's on me though, because I just like a higher screen resolution. Besides, a higher screen resolution tends to cost much more. It's got a curvature radius of 1000 millimeters, which is pretty curved. It definitely gives off more immersion vibes. It also makes it so that the edges of the screen are roughly the same distance as the center is to your eyes. The affordable price and curved screen just mean that this gets a VA panel. VA panels are alright panels for practically every use you have for it. They provide deeper blacks and greater contrast ratios, but they also get slightly higher response times compared to IPS panels. That really shouldn't be a problem though, since, as an average user, you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference anyway, or well, maybe you can, but it shouldn't actually be too bad. What you will notice though is the ever so subtle ghosting or smearing effect, which can be exacerbated or is, well, it's more of a direct consequence rather of the slower response times that VA panels have. This monitor gets a reasonably high refresh rate of 165 Hz. That's a little bit more than the usual 120 Hz that a lot of cheaper monitors might have. And on that note, 165 Hz is more than enough for competitive games. Now, obviously, it isn't just competitive games that benefit from it, and it's not just games in general that benefit from it. High refresh rates result in a much smoother experience overall. That means you get a very smooth experience when you're doom scrolling or whatever it is you do in your free time. Now, if you do notice some screen tearing on your end, don't fret. The monitor has support for AMD FreeSync, which helps reduce screen tearing. As for the monitor's colors, well, this isn't really a monitor for professional workloads and whatnot. This monitor only covers about 100% of the sRGB color space, which is fine for most uses, but if you need accurate colors, or let's say you do photo or video editing or content creation or anything that needs very accurate colors, then this monitor isn't really for you. But then again, this is a gaming monitor first and foremost. There's just one thing I don't like about it, which is the stand. You don't get a whole lot of adjustment options for it. It's very, very limited, and by that, I mean you can only adjust the tilt, nothing else. But you can get a monitor arm for it, and that's what I would advise you to do. Unless you don't think you need to adjust your monitor anymore, in which case, good for you. Now, I'll be honest with the monitor's design. I think it's a little too, it's a little too out there, mostly because of the additional parts, if they're even parts. They're the ones by the sides of the bottom bezel. I honestly don't know why they're there. I don't really see the need for it. They just look like inverted cat ears. With that aside, let's talk about the ports. This monitor doesn't really get a lot of ports. There's one HDMI 2.0 port, one DisplayPort 1.4 port, and a headphone jack. That's it. Anyway, you can click on the links in the description below for the monitor and for the monitor arm as well if you're interested. Or you can also scan these QR codes instead, whatever you think's more convenient for you. Anyway, I'm Tom. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.